Hi everyone, this is the analyst team at Pixalate taking a look at an OTT exploit which starts on your Android device. It's self-titled DiCaprio, and I'll just jump right into it. We first encountered this exploit during a browsing session of the Grindr Android app. The activity first starts with a request to useast1pmnotifications.com. This looks like a fairly normal ad request. It has unique ID for the request, device ID. The name of the bundle is Grindr app.android. That's correct. That corresponds with the extra requested header here. But what's not typical is the response. It has the script olivecdn.com/DiCaprio rplayer.js, and then it has a query string that has 3 vast IDs in it. Now these vast IDs are key. They correspond to Spring Serve requests, which happen almost immediately. So we see 404.231, 404.233, and 404.234. These correspond to these 3 requests right here. And what's odd about these requests is the parameters supplied. We see the app bundle, com.roku.all United States history, user agent. That's clearly not my Android device. And what's different is there's even multiple user agents between these 3. You see the user agent here, 559.00, 309.00. So it seems to be random. And that's exactly what it is. Let's get into the guts of the script. So it creates these requests by getting a couple of parameters from its own scripts, but also using the vast IDs supplied in that query string. You can see that's where those fit in here. It goes https://vid/springsurf.com/vast ID. That's exactly the convention that we see here. Next, it hard codes in an ad width and height of 1920 and 1080. Clearly not likely to be an Android phone. In the app bundle, it gets from this variable, vast apps, that app bundle. Well, vast apps is defined by this function, get vast apps. And the second part of the exploit, DiCaprio/whitelisted_apps.js. So as we can see here, it has a whole list of apps that it can select from to do spoofing. There's many of them here. But it doesn't just do it arbitrarily. You can see it's trying to normalize the distribution of apps that it spoofs. And it does that using the weight of the apps, and the weight is defined by the amount of ratings it has. So it uses the amount of Roku ratings, which it includes here in the JSON, as a proxy for usership or reach of these apps, which is what you want to do if you're creating large-scale fraud. You want to do it in such a way that it blends, and that's what they're doing here. So they're taking apps to spoof proportionate to the amount of ratings they have. Okay, well, that's pretty smart. What else are they doing? See, the app name is fastapp.appname. Okay, that makes sense. That's all included in the JSON here, and it has the URL as well. So those are all things that go into the Spring Serve requests. You can see the App Store URL equals fastapp.appstore URL. The device make is Roku, hard-coded. Clearly not the kind of device I was using capturing the session. Then it has get device. Get device is pretty simple. This is the third part of the script. You can see all these 3 scripts I've loaded are just returned by olivecdn. Whitelisted apps, supported devices, rplayer. Rplayer is the assembly line. You can see it's using the parameters from the other scripts. In the supported devices script, it's just an array here of like 10 or so user agents and a device model attribute. Okay, so that explains how we saw multiple user agents, because it's fairly arbitrarily just taking one of the list here. Okay. Consent equals catch buster, do not track 0, and the device ID is just a random UUID. So that's the gist of it, folks. It takes the computing power from your real device, happens in the background, and makes you a vector for OTT fraud without you even knowing it. So I hope this has been educational, and the most important thing to take away from this is that OTT fraud is not just limited to the behavior apps on your smart TV or set-top box. It can really start from anywhere. So you have to be exceptionally careful who you're buying this stuff from, and you have to really be intimately acquainted with the publishers that you work with.